Now, let's shift our attention a bit and go to Buffalo City, where a court has ordered the Metro there to develop a sewerage repair and maintenance plan. This after the Nahoon Estuary Management Forum sued the Metro over the sewage contamination of the Nahoon River. Let's discuss this now with the spokesperson for Buffalo City, Sam Ngwenya. Mr. Ngwenya, good afternoon. So you've had to be ordered by a court to do what you should be doing normally, making sure that there's no sewage seepage into the water, into the estuary. You have failed the people of Buffalo City Metro.
It's a good afternoon, Praten, and to the viewers. It's not as simple as that, but you're quite correct. It's a challenging situation. The estuary is seated at the river bank. On top of that is an informal township that has been there on an illegal basis. So we are constantly trying to balance those dynamics, coming up with long-term and short-term solutions. And we have been in touch with the forum, trying to give them some of the plans that we have to actually manage this situation.
But it has taken the court to make you make you do something about it. Why did you wait for this legal action instead of resolving it before? What kind of challenges stopped you from fixing the contamination?
Well, on the short-term issues, the issues that are surrounding this area is the fact that stuff from the township is overflowing into the sewer pipelines that we've built, which has got other implications as well as vandalism. And then on the midterm, we had to, as the court order has indicated, we have to move some of the pump stations within the Nahoon area. We've managed to secure funding. And then on the long term, which is the overall fixing of this situation, is to actually divert all the sewer that is coming from all these places into a different site. In the main, we actually plan to relocate the actual township itself so that these two do not touch each other. I must emphasize, though, that despite the court order, we have been working on this. Hence, we've been able to manage to secure funding up to the tune of R1 billion for a big sewer tunnel that is going to help this in the long term. But I suppose the issues of this nature also need short-term interventions, and we welcome the court ruling. We're willing to work with the forum and try and put in mitigating factors that are going to solve the situation for the time being.
What are the short-term steps you're going to take towards restoring the water there to an acceptable level, let's say, so that people can use that area, that river, that estuary safely?
Well, for starters, is to actually just make sure our maintenance team are constantly supervising the issue of vandalism and the throwing of foreign objects from the Nompumelelo township. Secondly, we've managed to secure a R1 million funding to actually relocate some of the slit traps that are in the Nahoon overflow system. That's going to actually really assist us to actually divert some of the leakages that are within that area. We are anticipating this process is going to take place between now and December this year, and we should be in a position to test the water regularly. We're also willing to work with the forum on a regular basis to actually get them to actually understand the complexity of the situation and work with us to find the long-term solutions, Praten.
Okay, now long-term, to relocate people is not an easy process. Has the Metro begun any consultations with the residents of that informal settlement that you've mentioned, Mr. Ngwenya?
What has made that consultation easy for us is the fact that we are unable to put in electrical infrastructure because of the type of land. So we've managed to acquire the land that we are busy negotiating with now for those people to be relocated. We are in the process of purchasing that land. So there is a will from the people because they are unable to access some of the basic services based on the type of that land that they are built in. So that process is underway, and we're hoping that it's going to unfold in the near future.
And you've got the people's buy-in?
Absolutely. Like I said, currently, if you were to get into Nompumelelo now, you will see the challenges that those people are facing. They're unable to access clean water. They're unable to access proper infrastructure, and they've got illegal connections all over the place. So we're working with them. Nothing is done without their consent. But at the same time, we know that on the short-term basis, we have to secure what they have and make sure that they do not vandalize the pump stations or make them leak to actually go towards the overflowing Nahoon Estuary, which is one of our prime areas in the city.
Okay, Mr. Ngwenya, there must be lessons from this for you as a Metro, because I would imagine that there will be other types of Metro challenges that you're facing beyond this one of the contamination of the Nahoon estuary and the leakage of sewage. What lessons are you taking out of this to make sure that there is service delivery in Buffalo City?
What we've learned out of this, Praten, is that we actually need a long-term and overall solution because we are unable to develop the city at the current infrastructure that is in. That's why we went to national government and we were able to secure a 1 billion rand to actually have a sewer tunnel that goes up across the city so that we can divert some of these townships. This is not one, more than 20 hotspot areas that are giving us this type of challenges. So we have been able to award that tender, and we are in the process of now starting that feasibility to actually implement this project. We think that this is going to unlock not only the sewage spills, but also further development and investment into our city so that we are in a better position to be able to say we are able to take care of water infrastructure as well as sewage infrastructure. So I think that is our solution, and we're banking on that to actually give the people of Buffalo City the solution that they deserve.
If there's a commitment you wish to make, what would it be that will guarantee and assure the residents of Buffalo City Metro that they won't go through contaminated water again? What would that be?
Well, firstly, on the forum, our doors are open. There's no need to go to court. We're willing to meet with them anytime and work towards solutions. And then secondly, as far as the water situation in Buffalo is concerned, we're working around the clock. We've met with the ministry and we're happy with the solutions that the Water and Sanitation Department has offered us as a city. And we're testing our water on a 2-hour basis. And we are ensuring that at all material times, our water is of quality in Buffalo City. And we actually even prepared to drink that water with them so that we can demonstrate that. So we are working on this issue, Praten.
Okay, we'll talk to you again in the near future, Mr. Ngwenya, as we follow up on the progress you're making in cleaning up that contaminated water and that relocation program you have for the people of the affected informal settlement. Thank you very much for your time. That's Sam Ngwenya. He's speaking on behalf of Buffalo City Metro.